Welcome to Healthy Living with Miss Renee the Barber. Hey, I just want to give you a piece of thought I had this morning, a little experience I had this morning. I was on my way to work. I was exiting my street. I was approaching the main street, right? I was coming off my street, approaching, I was going to make a left turn onto the main street. And when I looked to the right, I saw a police officer in an SUV. So the first thing I thought, oh my goodness, I don't have my seatbelt on. So I reached across my shoulder to pull my seatbelt across, and I thought, let me look at him to see if he sees me trying to adjust real quick, right? So when I looked at him, by this time he's like dead smack in front of me. When I looked at him through his window, he was talking on his cell phone. I was like, what? It just made me feel some kind of way, all right? It reminded me of that one story I told in a previous video when I was in the barbershop. And I was at a traffic light. I had the red. The guys in the other street, of course, they were going by. I looked up at this one guy in his car. He was going in front of me. Of course, he had the green light. And he had his cell phone in one hand and a piece of chicken in the other hand. So, come on, people. All right. That's just a little story what happened to me today. I just want to thank you guys for stopping by this channel, supporting me, motivating me, inspiring me. It just feels so good. Thank you so much. So, on that note, well, let me just say, inspiring me on my weight loss journey. So far, everything's going real smooth. I hope that in the previous videos, if you haven't caught the previous videos, I've only got like 5 out there. Please just back up and look at those. They go into some detail. I got some recipes out there, some information on how to get started. We know we have to be mentally prepared. So if you could just subscribe, help a sister out, help me out. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Oh, did I say hit the notification bell? Oh, did you hit that notification bell? Okay. Alrighty then. My voice is still a little rough from the virus that I had, but just share. And those that have shared my video, thank you so much. And comment. I love the comments. I do respond to my comments on every single comment. Okay, so feel free to give me a comment. Alrighty then, I appreciate it. Let's get started. Alrighty then. Now, before we begin, you know what we gotta do. Did you bring your water? All right now. I see some of you guys did, right? Who's that one in the back? I see you. Go get your water. Let's take a break. Alrighty then. Take a break. All right, you got your water now? Alrighty then. Well, we just put your video on pause. We'll be here when you get back. All right, so we know that drinking plenty of water during your weight loss journey is essential. Okay, so just right now, we take a pause right now. Let's take a swig together. I like to pop it like that. I just feel like having fun tonight. I got something serious to talk about though. And so let's get right into it. Now, here's what I titled the video. Is eating healthy expensive? I've heard that several times, and people say, yeah, I don't know, I can't eat like that because it's too expensive, eating healthy. Well, there are some right now watching this video thinking and pretending that eating healthy, eating whole foods, eating one ingredient foods, eating superfoods are too expensive. So let's put it in perspective, okay? Some viewers watching this very video have some movie playing in their mind, okay, that eating healthy costs too much. That is out of their budget, really. These are the viewers right now, I bet, that do not have health issues, they're not on medication, and they probably haven't been to the doctor in about a decade, okay? I chuckle to myself when I mention the doctor during these videos because I think it shows my age. You know, I'm into my 6th decade of living, praise God. And you know, when people start getting older, they talk about the doctor more often. They're like, actually, the doctor is more like a social activity for them. It becomes like a social activity. I know, at least with my older friends, they're always talking about, I got to go to the cardiologist. I got to go to my internist. I got to go to my, I don't know, ear, nose, and throat specialist, you know. And they have them on their calendar, and they're very important, and they don't miss a date. I don't even care if they don't have a car to get there. They will find a way to get to the doctor. So I feel that for myself, I haven't quite yet reached that age group where the doctor has become a part of my socialization. However, I feel that I am in the age group where you could classify me as early retirement or an older worker. That's my age group, okay? When I watch YouTube videos of other YouTubers that are doing their weight loss journey, they, to me, don't mention about going to the doctor before they start their weight loss. Mainly what they do, when I hear them talking about the doctor, they've gone to get a Brazilian butt lift or a tummy tuck or just to have their excess skin removed. So they probably much younger than I am. But but let me tell you something. When I reach my goal, and I know I got to do my goal, I don't know if I mentioned to you, I know I said it was going to be 100 plus. My goal, once I reach it, I know I'll have excess skin. And I'm not opposed to having a tummy tuck. Okay, maybe not a butt lift, you know. But a tummy tuck, yeah, I'll do that. And around my arms area, that's not going to bother me, okay? But anyway, let's talk about, is eating healthy expensive? Now, people that are, like I mentioned, that are not on medication, that do not have health issues, and that just say, hey, I just like to eat, you know. Well, I hope that they're the ones that do not say it just costs too much to eat healthy. Because you cannot afford not to eat healthy. You pay for you pay for your electric bill, you pay for your water bill, you pay for your gas bill, cable bill, phone bill. You know, why not invest in yourself? Because you can't take any of those things with you. That expensive purse that you purchased, you can't take that with you. So why not? Why not? Or that expensive car, okay? Or that expensive wallet, let me just say. Expensive hat, Dobbs, Stetson, whatever. You cannot take that, Bostolini, that's what I meant to say, okay. You can't take those things with you. So why not invest in your health? Once you have a health issue, let me address this, because once you have a health issue, you will find out how much medication costs. You know, let me just tell you my story, because when I first went to Dr. Judy, I went because I was trying to get my CDL. And when I went to the company's doctor, they told me that my blood pressure was on borderline. And they asked me, when was the last time you seen your doctor? And my health insurance had changed, so I hadn't seen the doctor in a minute, okay? So the company doctor said, well, I'm not gonna give you the CDL until you show me that you've been to the doctor and the doctor's managing your blood pressure levels. So that's how I found Dr. Judy. That was about 2 years ago, okay? So Dr. Judy was like, okay, so I'll put you on blood pressure medicine, very small dosage, okay? And she said, come back in about 30 days and then we'll, re-examine, reevaluate. If we have to adjust, we will. So I went back. So let me just mention that medication, that low dosage, that small amount cost me $10 a month. That's $10 a month. That's with my insurance. That was actually my copay, but that's with my insurance through my job. Alrighty. And I went back in 30 days, and she said, you know what? I'm going to take you off the blood pressure medicine, but I'm going to ask you or make a prescribe that you take a water pill. Okay. So now that was less. Taking the water pill was less than taking the blood pressure medicine. Now the water pill $7 a month. Okay, and that might not seem a large amount to you, but if you take it on a regular basis, like every month, now you do the math. There's 12 months in a year. All right, so we're talking about, let's just say, with just making it easy, at the blood pressure medicine, $10 copay each month for 12 months. That's $120. That's $100. And some people are on more medication than just one. Okay, and that some people actually are faced with medication bills as high as out-of-pocket costs $1,400 a month. $1,400 a month. In some cases, that's more than a mortgage. It's definitely beyond a car. And in some cases, that is beyond 2 kids in daycare. And so at that time, that person is paying that amount of money in medication. They have to make a choice sometimes. Sometimes it just comes down to it. You got to make a choice. Are you going to pay for the medication, or are you going to pay for your mortgage? That's a difficult situation to be in. And medication doesn't heal you, but what it does is treat this. It does treat the symptoms, but it doesn't heal you. And some people just say, well, you know what? I'm going to take the medication. Not the ones that, I don't know. The ones that are taking medication, they'll say, well, you know what? I'm going to just go ahead and I'm taking the blood pressure medicine the doctor prescribed. So I'm going to just eat whatever I want to eat. That's not how it works, people. That is not how it works. Now, let me tell you something right now. I said that's not how it works, people. But I'm talking to myself, too. When I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself. When I'm making these videos, I'm reinforcing what I'm thinking. I'm reinforcing that, okay? So I'm not just saying this to you. Don't think that I need it too. I need this talk that I'm saying, that I'm recording tonight. I'm talking to myself. Okay? Now, for those that, let's get back on topic. For those who work every day, 5 days a week, and pay for health insurance through their job, but won't go to the doctor, or maybe haven't been, like I said, in a decade, your insurance plan that you pay into probably has what they call a wellness check, and it's built into your policy or your plan. In my case, there's no copay. So you are paying for a service that has a wellness check that you don't have to even pay when you show up. You don't have to come out of your pocket when you go to the doctor. And some of you still won't use it. You just won't use it. So let's get this straight. Let me try to get this straight. Let me try to rationalize this, okay, and put it in perspective. Some viewers right now are watching this video that pay for health insurance or pay for a service. Just say, like, pay for it, because you know how expensive it is, even through your job, health insurance. It's very expensive. And you will pay for that. And that comes right out of your check. You don't even get a chance to say, hold it. Wait a minute. Let me do this first. No, they take it right out of your check and you still don't use it. So you have a service that you pay for that you don't even use. But eating healthy is too expensive. To me, that sounds like an oxymoron. So if you're overweight right now and you're paying into, or let's say you're paying into the insurance or you just have insurance, if you're overweight, you need to be seeing your doctor right now. You need to see your doctor right now and develop a relationship with your doctor right now. And I'm going to tell you why. I don't have any statistics. I didn't even try to find any because it would have taken too long. But I do know that what I'm telling you is true. See, we have to realize, no, not sometimes, but we have to realize that our doctors, they're not magicians. They are people. They're not miracle workers either. I'm just saying they're not magicians and they're not miracle workers. But what they are people like me, like you, who have gone to college or a university, gone to school at a higher level to be trained in healthcare and providing healthcare services to individuals. So they have to be trained on the human body. All right. So now, like I said, they're human. Just like you're human, I'm human. They're human. So when you go to see them at the doctor's office, what they do is when you first meet them and they look at you and you're overweight, what do you think they're thinking? What do you think they're thinking? You going in there for the first time, meeting your doctor for the first time, and you're significantly overweight. You're at a crisis situation with your weight. What do you think the doctor's thinking? I think one thing that the doctor's thinking, because there may be multiple things, but one thing that the doctor is thinking is this person has a lack of discipline. Okay, say for example, you go into the doctor with a complaint. Well, doctor, you're overweight. You go in for the first time meeting your doctor with a complaint. It's difficult for me to sleep at night. And then the doctor's looking at you saying, they're thinking, okay, they may not be saying it, but they're thinking in their mind, they could be thinking in their mind that this patient doesn't look like they have discipline. Of course, because if you had discipline, you wouldn't be overweight, right? Because you'd say enough is enough. Okay, so they're saying, okay, well, you don't have discipline, but so I need to prescribe this medicine, but this person looks like they don't have the discipline to take it as instructions, or follow instructions. Okay? So the doctor will order, or prescribe, or order a prescription, what do you call it, a CPAP, a breathing machine, something like that. And they say, come back in 30 days, and we'll check and see if it's working, or what we may have to adjust, reevaluate, whatever. Okay, so you come back in 30 days, and the doctor takes your levels. And they can tell right away that you have not been using that machine. And then you sit in that chair facing that doctor, someone that you haven't really even built a relationship with. You looking at them and they looking at you. You're the only two in the room. You guys are looking at each other, right? And the doctor's like, have you been using this? And you're going to sit there. Either you're going to do two things. You're going to either lie, or you just going to be shameful. Now, which one will it be? That leads me to another important point I have to make about people that are, of course, overweight. This is a weight loss journey. So I have to talk about it. before we even get started. We got to be mentally prepared. We've got to realize that we're at a crisis situation. So, this is really important now. I want you to understand that there are some doctors that just do not like rendering healthcare services to people that are overweight. Period. And once they find out that you're overweight, they can refuse you. Oh, they may not just come out and say, hey, I don't want to render services to you because you're overweight. But they could say something like, I got enough new patients. I'm at my limit. I can't take any more new patients. I'm going on vacation for the next 6 months. I can't see you for another 8. Okay? Something like, you know. They can do things like that. Because doctors are human. But one thing I know, doctors know that when you're overweight, the other complications can arise because you're at risk. For example, if you have to have surgery, the doctor already knows he's either faced with there could be complications that follow the surgery. And worse yet, the patient could sue me for medical malpractice lawsuit. So they just rather turn you away. So here's something else that I want you to think about. Being overweight. I'm turning my papers here. I'm turning my notes, okay, if you hear the crunching. But being overweight puts you at the greater risk of being misdiagnosed. Okay, let me give you an example. You go into the doctor's and you go in with a complaint that your back is hurting. I got a backache. I got a headache. I got a backache. I got a headache. And some doctors, I'm telling you right now, they do not look past. Not my doctor. Let me make that clear. Not my doctor. Okay, but some doctors do not look past the overweightness. They don't look past that. So one of the first things they're going to explain to you is that you're going to have to lose weight. Not knowing, I mean, really, there could be another serious contributing factor that is pretty serious. It's underlined, it's there. But the first thing they're going to address, okay, we're going to do this, but I'm going to treat you, but you're going to have to lose some weight. And then the doctor may just prescribe a MRI. And how many of you know some MRIs do not fit? They're not made to fit overweight people. So then you have to take the time to try and find locate a facility that has an MRI that will suit you. You know, and I'm telling you these stories, I'm not making this stuff up. It may have happened to me. It may not have happened to me. It may have happened to a family member, and it may have happened to a friend of mine. But these are real stories. I'm not making it up. You may not have the facility may not even, if you're overweight, I'm not going to go there about that one. Okay, so, okay. Now you have to spend your time trying to find a facility that has an MRI that will fit your size. Meanwhile, a normal size person comes in to the doctor, same complaint, backache, headache, and the doctor will say, I'm going to send you for tests, and then we'll start the treatment if necessary when you return. Now, a normal size person will go the very next day, have their test ran, because they don't have to worry about trying to find a facility that has an MRI that's large enough for them. They have their MRI. The doctor gets the results the next day, and then that normal size person is back in the doctor with the results, and they start the treatment plan. I don't know, that's kind of like preventative medicine. I don't know. Think about it. I'm not making this stuff up. Alrighty, so that's my video for tonight. I hope that I said something, encouraged you, giving you the raw facts. If you are overweight, please go see your doctor and start a plan right away. If you can't make it to the doctor, well, you need to go to the doctor, period. Anyway, where's your water? Where is your water? Got your water? All right, I'm just going to ask you if you could just subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell. Did I say hit the notification bell? Oh, I meant hit the notification bell. That's what I meant. All right. What else do I need to say? Share. And for those that have shared my video, thank you. Ooh, thank you. Comment. I respond to all my comments. So, as always, it's been a pleasure being with you this evening. And here's to healthy living.